Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link and my official Instagram, both listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Taurus, I hope that you're doing well. This is a special reading for Taurus called Messages for the Lost. And before I begin, two things. Your spirit guides have come into the reading. I can feel them muting my left ear. I am clairaudient, and I can sense fluctuation in frequencies, and I hear messages and songs and all sorts of things. So there's this very distinct pressure on my ear on this side, which indicates to me that your spirit guides are here. The second thing is that I felt like I was stumbling through that introduction, an introduction that I've made literally thousands of times at this point on this channel. So it's almost like Spirit was saying to me that Taurus is feeling like they have to start over, or that the things that they used to rely on no longer apply. That's the message that came through. I'm doing this series of readings just because it's been kind of a difficult time. Not kind of. It's been a difficult time for the collective, and I was feeling a little lost, and I was like, well, if I'm feeling a little lost, then probably other people are feeling lost, and let's talk about it. So hopefully this reading can give you some guidance from Spirit. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy is going to be from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'm going to be using the Lightseers Tarot for the tarot portion of your reading. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, Spirits, Guides, what messages do you have for Taurus? Overall energy. Two cards. Two cards have been coming out for a lot of people, but I'm going to take it for you. So you got the first one, number 33, which is a master number. We don't reduce that one. And the card is conflict and chaos. Things coming apart at the seams. Oh, okay. Spirit just gave me a song. It's an Eagles song. When I said things coming apart at the seams, there's a line in an Eagles song that goes, it's from the song Best of My Love. Sorry, I'm just getting bits of it, but falling apart, they're coming apart at the seams. We tried to talk it over, but the words come out too rough. I know you were trying to give me the best of your love. And now they're jumping back in the song. You see it your way, and I see it mine. And we both see it slipping away. So I don't know if this has to do with a friendship or a relationship that you might be having some issues with right now. It doesn't have to be romantic by any stretch, but I feel as though, you know, like facades are coming apart. The things that we used to rely upon in order to define our identities is crumbling. And maybe they have to, you know, because the second card you got, it's a 46, reduces to a 10. I was going to say thank you, Spirit, as my heater kicked off. That was weird. The regeneration card. That's weird because I see this as heat, as lava, kind of lava. When lava spills over, right? When lava cools, It creates terra firma. It creates land. That's how land is created, from all of this lava kind of coming to the surface and cooling. Regeneration. So it's kind of like it doesn't seem like it right now, but Spirit is showing me that it's almost like a reforming, a reformation of yourself that's happening right now. It's like a shedding of skin. It's like a decimation of ego and of identity to be able to build something up brand new. And there's good fortune in that, with the number 10 referenced here. And it's weird because I have this weird little gaming dice on my table, and it was pointed up at the 10 on my desk. This is not an easy process. It's like now Spirit is showing me the scene from The Matrix when Neo, okay, that's somebody's name, because The Matrix is one of my favorite films, and I've never called him Neo. His name is Neo. Neil. That's so funny. You might be a Neil, or you might know a Neil. Neo wakes up in the real world, right? And every piece of his identity is just shattered to bits. Shattered to bits. And of course, Morpheus has that amazing line, you know, when Neo asks, can I go back? And he said, well, if you could go back, would you really want to? Would you really want to be under the thumb of something outside of you that's controlling your destiny? So there's something here that you're having to rebuild. But it's where the fastest growth happens. This is a true spiritual up-leveling that's happening for you right now. And I know that when I went through my spiritual awakening, it was like, those were some dark times, and it was really heavy and intense and earth-shattering for me, but completely worth it in every way. So I'm going to pull 6 cards for the base spread. The first 2 set of cards is going to be what Taurus is struggling with. The second set, what can Taurus do for themselves? The third set, what can Taurus do for the world? And I want to, right off the bat, here's the Wheel of Fortune, number 10. You see, there are no accidents with these cards. That 10 came out for a reason. With the 46 here, reducing to the 10, it came out for a reason. So what is Taurus struggling with right now? 1, self-protection. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands can be a card of blocking. Right? We've achieved and attained some level of status or accomplishment in the space of peace, in the space of, you know, we've made our house a home, Spirit just said. We've made our house a home, and things seemed so stable, and yet there's outside forces that are poking and prodding and asking questions and being nosy and being up in our business, and I just need it to stop. It feels very heavy. 10 of Wands. That's your first 10. It feels burdensome. And here's, look at that. There's the Bull. The Bull is the beast of burden. why, but Spirit wanted me to look at the little, like, bell, like the cowbell. Like, it's as if everywhere you go, you draw attention, you draw unwanted attention to yourself. And not because you're necessarily doing anything bad, it maybe could just be because you're making your mark and people's eyes are on you and you don't necessarily like that. Taurus likes to do well, but they also like to lay low. Right? But when they're doing well, and then it's like everybody's coming after it. So it's almost like the more that you accomplish for yourself, the bigger a target you become, even if it's just a target of criticism or, you know, I'm seeing a specific scenario for some Taurus out there, and it has to do with your parents. It's like everybody's always got an opinion. And I'm just over here trying to live my life, make a living, do the best I can. And everybody just has to interject their opinion. And I'm tired of it. This is the energy that I feel. Or like everybody needs something. Everybody's needy. Can I just have some peace and quiet? This is the thing about you, Taurus, though. It's like you're helpful. You are kind of helpful, sorry to say, but you're like a helpful person. And it's where this energy comes in. It's just like, oh, can you just take one more bag? Can you just help me out? I'll owe you. Can you just help me out, Taurus? So the thing you're struggling with right now is your peace. You trying to protect your peace. Interesting. I just noticed that there's a card that's flipped over in the deck. What card is that? I'm not taking any reversals in these readings, by the way. No reversals. Four of Cups. Yeah. The big sigh. Four of Cups is all about apathy, complacency, boredom. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. It's like everybody wants some of my cup, some of my water, sustenance. When's it going to be? When do I get sustenance? And this is the thing. This is the tricky thing about the Four of Cups. Spirit's trying to give you sustenance beyond your wildest dreams. This is Spirit's hand handing you the cup and all the abundance that goes with that cup. But perhaps you're too busy dealing with this, or like on even closing your eyes and looking away. I think these two cards, they're looking away, that you can't see it. What does that mean in like a practical real world thing? It's like if somebody asked you to come out with them on the weekend. It's like, oh, we're gonna go take a hike in such and such park. Do you want to come? Or, oh, a bunch of us are getting together and we're gonna go play pickleball. Do you want to join us? Or, you know, we were thinking about doing like a vision boarding party, and do you want to join us? These are superficial examples, but they're just examples of like somebody trying to extend a cup of love. And if you live in the kind of mindset that I live in, there's nothing that's a coincidence. We have choices, we have free will. But when somebody is approaching you and saying, hey, Taurus, we would really love your company. Would you like to join us? And you say no, that's fine. It's absolutely your prerogative. But what if you had said yes? What if you had said yes to that cup? To the right person in the right kind of company? Would it have opened your eyes to something? Would you have met new friends? Would there have been something that, a conversation that could have happened on that particular night that would have changed your world? You don't know. Again, it's your prerogative. And that's kind of like what that hidden cups energy is. There's something in front of us. It's right there, but we can't see it. Perhaps because there's distraction. That's the struggle. It feels like a struggle, absolutely. What can I do for myself? What can Taurus do for themselves? Well, understanding, this is interesting. You have the major arcana number 10, the Wheel of Fortune, good luck, good fortune, and divine timing, coupled with the Three of Wands, which is the card of waiting. This is very simple, right? The time is now. The good fortune is now, in the present moment. And Taurus is waiting on the shore. You've got the paddle, the what is it called? Surfboard in your hand. Surfboard is meant to be in the water. The surfboard is meant to ride the waves. So what is it doing standing on the shoreline? Waiting for the perfect moment when there never may be the perfect moment. You just have a series of moments. But Spirit is saying, the moment is now. The wheel is turning in your favor. The cup is here. Can you open yourself up to embrace it? What does this have to do with? What is this good fortune about? Some kind of clarity. Ace of Swords. An epiphany. This is literally a staircase. Staircasing, it could be about a promotion, a raise, some kind of recognition, a invention, a great idea, a creative idea, something coming straight from Spirit, speaking to your soul path, because I see the Tree of Life there. It's a download. I think it's already happened to you, because I asked Spirit to clarify the Wheel of Fortune. What is this about? It's about an idea that you've recently had that just popped up out of nowhere. And you're like, oh, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should write that down. Maybe I should talk to somebody about that. Maybe I should. It's not maybe you should anymore. It's you need to. You owe it to yourself. Spirit gave it to you for a reason. Aces are all from Spirit. And it's tailor-made just for you. No one else but you. I just heard somebody say, oh, well, it couldn't have been that thing that I was thinking about the other day because that's really insignificant. Spirit wants to draw your attention to what you thought was insignificant, or a pipe dream, or something that feels far-fetched. Spirit is saying it's not far-fetched. It was an epiphany. It was inspired. I'm gonna pull one more. Oh, Spirit just said pull it from another deck. I'm gonna pull it from the Rider-Waite. Let's do a shuffle. Pull a clarifier from another deck. What is this grand epiphany about? Something that you were curious about. Page of Swords. something that you've been eyeing for a long time. You've been asking questions about it. Maybe you've been Googling it or researching something. I wonder how that works, or I wonder how long it would take if I did this, or how do you file paperwork to get a business license, or to get a this or that or the a loan, or how do I make steps to move to another country, or whatever. Something that you've had your eye on for a long time. You've been asking people questions about it. You've been curious about it. Maybe it could be a trip. I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody, but it's something that you already have been eyeing. What are you waiting for? The time is now. The time is now. You have so much inspiration coming towards you, having to do with something that you've been curious about. It's almost like it's been nagging at you. 2 swords cards here for an earth sign. That's a lot. And we're about to get even more with what can I do for the world, right? When we jump from a page to a king of swords, this is Gemini energy. Famous thing about Geminis, they're of the variety of people where this and that are true. Geminis can teeter-totter between 2 poles of thinking and accept both. They like to be devil's advocates. Sometimes it's infuriating, but it's an interesting place to be. King of Swords, though, as a character, is very discerning, very smart, educated. Right? Maybe he educates himself. Maybe he's gone to higher institutions. An expert in his field or her field. It's not gender specific. But basically, Spirit is saying that whatever it is that you're learning right now, because this is student energy, when you bring it to the world and what you can give back to the world, you will be seen as the expert. So the seeds that you're planting now with your ideas come to fruition, because the king is somebody who's a doer. He's more of a thinker, but it leads to action, because it's all about strategy. We're gonna map everything out and then maybe step into a King of Pentacles or a King of Wands energy where we do it, bring our plans to fruition. Clarified by the 9 of Wands. This is a card of resiliency, of tenaciousness, forthrightness. Somebody who doesn't give up, who hasn't given up, and has a lot of experience to show for it. That's the 9 of Wands. So 2 very seasoned cards here. Your expertise is what you're going to be giving back to the world. And when I say giving back to the world, I mean your soul tribe, your community. Unless you are, you could be in the public eye, giving back to your organization, giving back to your community, to others, to your family. You are going to be seen as the expert. But I think you like that. That feels good. That feels right. Because you've already invested time and energy into mapping it out for yourself. So whatever idea it is that you've been sitting on for a while, strike while the iron is hot, Spirit is saying. So I'm going to read from the book, first with the number 33, Chaos and Conflict. This one right here. Disarray, being at cross purposes with another, the tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere, but consider the value of chaos that serves you well as you become unmoored by it. Scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, projected outward and causing disarray. You may find yourself at cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you can't control. Yet every storm passes, and chaos leads to a reordering of things. That's interesting, because there's a very prominent King of Swords in my life, and he always says, well, it's just the order of things. It's just the order of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than be understood. And I think that's wrapped up in this epiphany. Lots of thinking. 46, regeneration. Discard. Rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. So that's your reading, Taurus. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Taurus.